Hey guys, welcome to FM Driving School. Today we're going to show you a test route. We're at a test center right now. We're in Ashford Driving Test Center and we're going to show you exactly what a driving examiner will be taking you on. So here we are turning right at the traffic lights. Don't forget guys, you can always check out our site fmdrivingschool.co.uk for all the latest tips and articles and info in how to pass your driving test, how to pass your theory test first time. So go check out fmdrivingschool.co.uk. Here we are at Ashford Driving Test Center, and this is one particular route the examiner will be taking you on. Wherever you're doing your test, it'll be similar in terms of the layer. They'll be taking you on main roads, side roads. They'll be doing junctions, crossroads, roundabouts. Here we are. The road's quite open, fairly straight. You can see the roads really uneven, so a lot of potholes around these kind of roads. The first thing we have to understand is the speed of the road. Quite open road, street lamps, no road markings in terms of the speed of the road. So we're going to assume it's 30 miles an hour. Make sure you're in the correct gear in your car. We can see a zigzag coming up. We saw that sign. So as we're going around, be ready to slow down as well when you need to. In your car, depending on the car, you're probably most likely be in gear 3, maybe 4. Do try your best to maintain the speed limit 30, but around these bends you might have to reduce it slightly in order to control the car. As you're driving, do check your mirrors, because you need to know who's around you. Maybe there might be a bike trying to overtake you, or even cars in like empty roads like these, especially in the area that we're in. There'll be a lot of open roads, so people might try to overtake you. Again, another bend, make sure you control the speed, reduce the speed if need be. As we get around, we're gonna notice it's always good to practice in the area. So because we teach here regularly, we know there will be a roundabout coming up ahead. But if you haven't practiced in the area, do practice. Take your car. Obviously if you've got a test coming up and you booked a random test center, then there's only a minimum amount you can do. I guess watching the videos would help. So here we are, we can see, let's see, what can we see? We saw signs, we see parked cars. Again, we're going to maintain this 30. We can see the road is really uneven, which affects our driving. You don't be going really fast and then jumping off these potholes. As we're going around, we're watching out for other road users. It is quite narrow. There will be a roundabout up ahead. We're going to take the right on the roundabout. You'll see this particular roundabout is very small, very tight, the roads as well. So as we get there, you'll see a mistake our student's going to make as she gets there. Let's keep driving. Long roads, you might get this in your driving test. Long stretches of road, all you're doing is driving a straight road, but things can happen. People might walk across, cars might make sudden movements, so you still have to be alert. It doesn't mean it's easy as you're driving. So here we are. The first action should be when you're doing the routine is mirrors, signal, maneuver. So if you're turning right at the roundabout, interior right, you should be braking, and at this point going down to gear 2, maybe even 1, by looking right. Look right here, this car's turning right, and our student slightly went on top of the roundabout. As you can see, there was no need, and we should have gone to gear 2, steady the speed, slowed it down and gone around. And as you drive up here, look, this car now is affecting you, suddenly doing something, so you have to react to other road users. Unexpected. How did we know this car is going to turn around and then reverse back in? So what the exam is looking out for is your reaction skills. And then as you move off, make sure you check your mirrors, brake smooth obviously when you stop for the car, no sudden movements. And now if you look at this road, it's really narrow. In this situation, keep the car slow, anticipate, look far ahead, expect cars to come. Make sure you're in the correct gear and at the correct speed. Look how narrow this road is. There's parked cars on the left. You're going to be slightly to the right lane. Now cars may be coming. Be prepared to move back in. So make sure you're checking your mirrors thoroughly so you're aware of what's around you. And good speed, correct gear. That's the key at these tight roads. And as you're driving, plan ahead. Anticipate other road users coming through. Look at the speed bumps. Look at this car overtaking. Now, why did they overtake? Look, you have to understand the roads are making you slow down. It's not that our driver here is slow. It's that the roads the speed bumps are reducing your speed. So other road users, they're more experienced. They're gonna be a bit frustrated. They're gonna try to quickly get around you. That's why it's so fundamental that you do check your mirrors so that you're aware of cars around you doing such maneuvers. And anyway, a little roundabout here as we go around. Again, open stretch of road. You should be thinking about what speed should I be doing in these kind of roads. That's the main thing. No speed signs, no limits, no restrictions. So we're going to assume it's 30 miles an hour until we see signs otherwise. Again, in your theory test, street lamps suggest what? It's 30 miles an hour. As we drive, quite narrow road. Let's see it as we're driving. Again, make sure no one's trying to overtake you. Let's see. Car on the left, but our priority on this one. This is actually a test route. And you can see that 40. Can you see that? 40 miles an hour. Same road here, but it's just 40 now. So make sure you build up your speed. Check your mirrors. You can actually fail for being too slow if the road ahead of you is open. So it's clear for you to do 40 here. No one's in front of you slowing you down. If you're doing 35 and you have the chance to do 40 and it's safe to do 40, you should be doing 40. The examiner can potentially fail you for it. He can also give you a minor for depending on the how long you'll be doing 35 on a 40 road, for example. So you can see it's still very open road. Let's do a few more routes as we're driving on this particular route. Any questions, guys? Comment below, leave a comment, and I'll try my best to answer it. Don't forget, as I said, on fmdriverschool.co.uk we put up all the routes, all the information that you need in order to impress that driving examiner. Don't forget, guys, if you go to our channel, our YouTube channel page, you'll see loads of videos, a full mock test with our students as well. So go check those videos out if you find them a bit more helpful. Here, as we're driving, you can see the road's getting slightly narrow. We're probably reducing our speed here, especially with this long vehicle. And as you're driving, you can see the temporary red lights. Check this out. Look how narrow it is. It was very difficult for us to go all the way to the red light in front of us because we're giving a bit of space to these longer vehicles. Now, as a learner driver, or as a driver yourself, you could go a bit further forward, stop right next to the traffic lights, but you have to be a bit smart, use a bit of common sense and realize actually where we stopped here right now, we're giving other road users, other drivers a chance to get in safely and not restricting their road. You have to use a bit of common sense. It's only about cars length behind. And now as you move off, check your mirrors, interior right. Watch out for other cars to cut you across. Now had we stopped here, it would have been very difficult for that bus, that coach, that lorry to get through. So we did the right thing, and it's really impressive if we're the examiner watching you and examining you. So as you can see, this is one of the test routes in the driving test, and we're coming across a roundabout, taking the third exit. It is straight, but on the sign, if you saw the sign there, rewind the back if you didn't. Taking the third exit, check your interior right mirror, make sure you indicate right, and be safe. Watch this. Checking the right, looking out for that van. Is he coming around? It looks like a yes. So you go back to one, checking that right. When it's safe, you move off, and as you move off, you count the exits so you don't go the wrong way. Again, if you know these areas, you know exactly where you're going to be taken. There's a slip road, 1, 2, and then the third exit. So this exit is a dead end. You don't go here, and you check your mirrors, interior left, and move across where this red car has moved off. As you move in, try to get yourself always into the left lane. If you couldn't, and you find yourself on the right lane, make sure you check your mirrors, interior left, and move back into the left lane. You can see it's 50 miles an hour. Again, watching out for that speed limit signs. You can't be too slow on an open road like this. Obviously, build up your speed, 35, 40, 45, eventually 50, gear 5 hopefully, depending on the car that you have. So we can see we've got good speed here. We're not slow. Truck overtaking us. Let's see where we're going to go here. It can be a fairly difficult route because they might take you right at the crossroad at the traffic lights. They might take you straight. They might even take you left. Obviously, if you go, let's say we're going right. So right here can be quite tricky. You'll see why. So definitely watch this part of the video. You see what happens. You get to the right lane. It's a crossroad. It might be controlled by traffic light or might not be. We're going to find out as we get closer. It doesn't look like it's controlled because it's a green circle. There's no filter light. You can see also 40 miles an hour. This truck is probably in the middle right now. We have to wait behind the line, and if it's safe, if they've gone, we move into the middle. That's what you do at a crossroad. You wait in the middle. Look at these two cars trying to turn right. You go around them, making sure it's safe, no cars come in front of you, and then as you go around, be again on that left lane. Check your left mirror, make sure you're on the left lane. Very difficult crossroad. Rewind it back and watch it again. And we're going to leave it at that. Do watch our other videos on how to pass your driving test, how to pass your theory test. And as I said, go to our site fmdriverschool.co.uk for all the latest tips and info. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.